China has identified the cause of the mysterious new virus.
Coronavirus.
There are fears a rapidly spreading virus has reached Australia.
There's confirmation the coronavirus has reached Australia, now banned from entering the country.
I have today declared that the coronavirus presents a public health emergency in the United States.
Although the COVID-19 related restrictions are beginning to ease, the greatest ongoing threat to global health has been the continuing outbreak of the COVID-19 virus, which has fueled a global pandemic since 2019. Currently, the greatest means of information sharing is attributed to various forms of social media, where interaction with consumers leads to a rapid spread of information across the globe. However, with the emergence of global social media comes the infamous algorithms and artificial intelligence that dictate the curated content. Ultimately, as information spreads globally through social media channels, the question must be asked of how social media algorithms and AI have influenced what has been dubbed the COVID-19 infodemic. To fully appreciate the development of an infodemic, the impact of algorithms and AI must first be considered. As digital media continues to rise, a definitive shift has been seen in the way media conceptualizes the means of information sharing. Nowadays, empirical research and social theory that once dominated the popularity of content ordering is now being replaced by algorithms which order to the end user based on their personal attributes and beliefs. It is commonly seen that users are not fond of the way algorithms and AI affect their ability to access information. In fact, it has been theorized that resistance to these changes is due to expectation violations and inaccuracies that may circle the internet. Ultimately, the issue that is now of concern is regarding competition within the news market in social media. Organizations may feel that to optimize their content, they need to conform to the logic associated with algorithmic grouping, which inevitably will impact the information individuals receive and their behavior towards such information, specifically regarding COVID-19. By acknowledging the role algorithms and AI have in content ordering, behavioral responses can be understood. The information individuals choose to engage with reflects their attitudes, which is fueled by social media platforms such as YouTube and Facebook having access to an unprecedented amount of content that has led to the abundance of information. This abundance has seen amplified responses from users, which may in fact leave them polarized from their peers. It has been noted that AI has been able to detect public sentiments regarding vaccine skeptics and use their responses as a way to formulate a new ranking of content. Given that social media acts as a utility for healthcare professionals to predict the outbreak of COVID-19, understanding these behavioral responses has been paramount to considering how information resonates with particular audiences. Further to this, tracking the sentiments of individual responses to algorithmically coded content curation has led to the ability of producing more suitable information to all users. Overall, the way in which algorithms affect the ordering of content on a large scale impacts the behavioral responses, both positive and negative, to COVID-19 related information, specifically the vaccine. The behavioral responses of individuals in regard to information surrounding COVID-19 has led to the rapid development of the infodemic we see today. While the World Health Organization is attempting to slow the spread of the COVID-19 outbreak, the spread of misinformation through social media has continued to pose a serious problem for public health. WHO has described an infodemic as a state where too much false or misleading information circulates the digital environment during a disease outbreak. The spread of this information is directly linked to the concept of social media fatigue, where the main concern is that users will create virtual echo chambers as a result of algorithmically sorted information that is specific to the user's psychological tendencies. It is acknowledged that with every outbreak, there is bound to be a tsunami of information that surges and is shaped by behavioral responses. However, it is observed that individuals will share and post information that aligns themselves with the common perception of global issues to establish a positive self-image and not be outcasted by their peers. Further, the use of bots must be considered as well, as they act to increase the visibility of unreliable information regarding COVID-19, which leads to public hysteria and inherently adds weight to the infodemic. To conclude, it can be seen that the ever-evolving COVID-19 infodemic is directly linked to the ways in which social media algorithms and AI aid in the alteration of behavioral responses to information displayed on our screens. While troublesome, it has been indicated that this issue is largely behavioral rather than technological, with the root of the problem being public attitudes towards COVID-19 due to a lack of confidence in the information being received. Ultimately, until the general public has a more transparent understanding of the ways in which algorithms and AI sort information, there will be a general distrust in the media which fuels erratic behavioral responses that aid in the growth of the COVID-19 infodemic.